Israel has now basically put out a hit on 6 of them, okay? 6 of the remaining journalists, Al Jazeera journalists, in fucking Gaza, North Gaza in particular. I said, this is a hit list. Israel's preemptively trying to justify assassinating the likes of Hossam Shabbat, who was one of the few brave reporters left in North Gaza to cover Israel's ruthless campaign of famine and genocide, which Biden offered a 30-day red line to. You know what happens when they do this. Khalil Sayegh says, dangerous development. The Israeli military claimed that 6 Al Jazeera journalists were discovered to be operatives of Hamas or Islamic Jihad. However, the IDF has not published any evidence to support this claim, stating it is based on intelligence. This is dangerous development and likely a first step towards targeting the few journalists still active in Gaza. Just understand what the fuck is going on right now, okay? Here is, ironically enough, an IDF veteran who is the Times of Israel's military correspondent, Emmanuel Manny Fabian, who is basically repeating this propaganda that he knows will cause journalists in North Gaza to be executed by the Israeli state. The IDF says it has uncovered documents in the Gaza Strip that it claims reveal that 6 Al Jazeera journalists are operatives in the Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad terror groups. The journalists named by the IDF are Anas al-Sharif, Allah Salameh, Hossam Shabbat, Ashraf al-Sarraj, Ismail Abu Omar, and Talal al-Arouki. According to the IDF, al-Sharif was the head of a rocket launching squad and a member of the Nukba force in Hamas's Nusayrat battalion. Salameh was the deputy head of the Shabura battalion's propaganda unit in Islamic Jihad. Shabbat was a sniper in Hamas's Beit Hanun battalion. Al-Sarraj was a member of the Islamic Jihad's Burej battalion. Abu Omar served as a training company commander in the East Han Yunis battalion. What if I told you literally every Israeli journalist was a soldier? Of course. We know that already. That's why I brought up the fact that obviously IDF veteran Emmanuel Manny Fabian saying this makes it additionally weird. IDF veteran and now Times of Israel military correspondent Emmanuel Manny Fabian saying this is extra weird. Abu Omar served as a training company commander in the East Han Yunis battalion, and he had been wounded in an Israeli airstrike several months ago, and Al-Arouki was a team commander in Hamas's Nusayrat battalion. The military releases the documents, which it now says shows personnel spreadsheets, lists of training courses, telephone books, and salary documents. It says the documents unequivocally prove that the journalists functioned as members of Hamas and Islamic Jihad's respective military wings. These documents are proof of the involvement of Hamas terrorists in the Qatari media network Al Jazeera, the IDF says in a statement. They're doing this because they want to assassinate them. They're doing this because they are putting a hit out on them. They've killed almost all of the Palestinian journalists in Gaza. There are very few that remain. The IDF says that the named journalists are spearheading the spread of Hamas propaganda on Al Jazeera, especially in the northern Gaza Strip. Why especially in the northern Gaza Strip? Specifically because the northern Gaza Strip is where they are pummeling. They are currently starving the North Gaza Strip. One of the things that Hossam has done time and time again, speak out against the lies of humanitarian aid being received by the people. Here is one of his last reports. Northern Gaza is being wiped out completely. The north is now being entirely evacuated, and in the late hours of the night, the occupation army is forcing thousands of families from displacement centers and their homes to leave and flee via Salah al-Din Street. In these late hours of the night, and in this severe cold, people are now sleeping on the ground, with the sky as their only cover, sitting on the roads now, on Salah al-Din Street, not knowing where to go. After the displacement centers have become overcrowded with displaced people, families are now, at these late hours of the night, on the streets and the roads after 19 days of siege and extermination. People are now on the streets, not knowing where to go or where they will sleep tonight. I don't know what to say, but the Committee to Protect Journalists is ringing the alarm bells once again. The Committee to Protect Journalists is aware of the accusations made by the IDF against several journalists in Gaza, accusing them of being members of militant groups. Israel has repeatedly made similar unproven claims without producing credible evidence. After killing Al Jazeera correspondent Ismail Al-Ghul in July, the IDF previously produced a similar document which contained contradictory information showing that Al-Ghul, born in 1997, received a Hamas military ranking in 2007 when he would have been 10 years old. They kill them, they execute them. And if anyone dares to speak out against said execution, they'll turn around and be like, here, shut the fuck up. He was Hamas. Meanwhile, here are civilians being transferred from northern Gaza to Israeli concentration camps, blindfolded and in cages. Similar sights occurred during the Nakba, by the way. Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.